Hello and welcome. I'm so glad you're here. In this explainer, we're going to tackle a really big question, one that I think we all struggle with. How do you actually let go of your emotions? To guide us, we'll be pulling some amazing insights from the book Master Your Emotions. All right, let's just jump right in. For most of our lives, we're told to control our feelings, right? To suppress them, push them down. But what if that's completely the wrong way to go about it? What if the real secret, the key to emotional freedom, isn't about control at all, but about release? And this idea right here, this is a huge one. This is our starting point. It basically says that emotions are just visitors. They're not permanent residents in your mind. So today, we're really going to dig into what it means to let those emotions flow through you, instead of letting them get stuck inside you. Okay, so to figure out how to let go, we've got to first understand why we hold on so tightly in the first place. Why do these emotions get trapped? Well, for years, and I'm sure you can relate, we've basically been taught that certain emotions are bad, right? That we should just shove them down and ignore them. And the book has this absolutely brilliant way of looking at it. Think of the word itself, emotion. It's energy in motion. That's all it is. Emotions are literally designed to move. So when you repress them, when you push them down, you're basically building a dam and stopping a natural river from flowing. And that energy, it has to go somewhere. It gets stuck and starts to build up inside of you. And this is where it gets kind of scary, because that trapped energy doesn't just vanish. It sinks way down into your subconscious. And from there, it starts to become a part of your identity. It creates these deep, limiting core beliefs and forms these patterns that you're not even aware of. It's that classic emotional baggage that so many of us carry around, and we don't even know why we feel so heavy. So, have you ever had that nagging feeling, that little voice that says, "I'm not good enough," or that constant sense of guilt that you can't shake? Well, that's it. That's the result of those core beliefs we just talked about. They were formed by years of repressing emotions, and now they've created this subconscious program that's just running your life on autopilot, controlling how you react to, well, everything. Okay, so that's the problem. But now let's get to the good stuff, the solution. And the first step is actually a pretty simple but incredibly profound shift in how you think about your feelings, and maybe even more importantly, how you talk about them. Take a look at this. This right here is the whole game. On one side, you have, "I am sad." On the other, "I feel sadness." See the difference? It's huge. By just changing that one little word, you stop identifying with the emotion. You're no longer saying sadness is your entire being. Instead, you're observing it. It's just a temporary experience passing through. And that creates this crucial little bit of distance. I love this metaphor. It's so powerful. Think about it. You would never say, "I am a jacket," right? No, you'd say, "I'm wearing a jacket." Well, it's the exact same thing with your feelings. They're just clothes you wear for a little while. Anger, sadness, they aren't you. They're just something you're experiencing in this moment. Okay, that all sounds great in theory, but if emotions are just temporary, why is it so ridiculously hard to let them go? I mean, really, the reason is they get all tangled up in these big, powerful stories we tell ourselves about our lives and who we are. And here's the really wild part. We can actually become addicted to our own suffering, to these destructive stories. It sounds crazy, but we can get this weird, twisted sense of pleasure or identity from it. Being the one who always struggles or the victim. And so letting go of that painful emotion, well, that can feel like you're losing a piece of who you are. So the author actually shares a really personal example of this. They had this deep-seated story of, "I'm not good enough." And what did that lead to? Constant overwork. They'd set these completely impossible goals for themselves, and then of course they'd fail. And that failure would just feed right back into that not good enough story. It was a total vicious cycle. The breakthrough came when they realized it was all just a story. That's what finally allowed them to break free from all that stress. All right, so we've got the mindset shift down. That's huge. But now let's get super practical. Let's look at a step-by-step technique you can use to actually release these emotions in the moment as they come up. Now, a little warning. The book makes a really good point here. When you see this method, you might be tempted to dismiss it. It looks so simple, you might think, seriously? That's it? But the challenge is to just try it. Give it an honest shot before you decide if it works or not. Okay, here it is, the 5-step process. Step 1, focus. Just pick an emotion you want to release and really feel it. Step 2, Ask yourself a simple question. Could I let this feeling go? The answer can be yes or no. It doesn't matter. The question just opens the door to possibility. Step 3. Would I let this feeling go? This one is about your willingness. Are you ready to be free of it? And again, even if the answer is no, just asking the question is powerful. Step 4. When? And the answer to this is always now. And finally, you just repeat. Keep going through that little cycle as many times as you need until you feel that feeling start to loosen its grip. And the really important thing to remember is that this is a practice. It's like going to the gym for your mind. You're not going to be a pro on day one, but the more you do it, the stronger that letting go muscle gets. And eventually, you start to really truly understand deep down that you are not your emotions. So that leaves us with a really powerful question to think about. Who would you be without all that emotional baggage? Seriously, just imagine it for a second. Imagine the freedom, the potential that opens up when you're not being defined and held back by all that old, trapped energy. In our next episode, we'll learn how to condition your mind to experience more positive emotions. Don't miss it. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, like this video, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your support is what encourages us to keep creating more inspiring content for you.